What's going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky. I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Hope you're having a great day so far. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Before we get started, I want to just give a giant shout out to Jedi and Sparkle Poots for holding down the fort last night. I do appreciate it. I had a night last night. It happened. We're getting past it. I don't really want to talk about it too much. So yeah, I had a night. They held down the fort, so props to them. Thank you so much, Jedi and Sparkle Poots. All right, let's move on to court. You guys want to watch some court? I want to watch some court. All right, I've got a bunch of stuff tonight. We're gonna start with a court that I just started watching a few weeks ago, and had I don't know. I don't know what to call this guy, but the judge seemed to love him, knew him instantly, and they kind of had a fun back and forth. So that's how we're gonna start off the night. Then we're gonna watch some more court. So court's gonna happen. All right, you guys ready? I'm ready. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Mr. Bates. No. I see him. I hear him.
Oh, have mercy. I thought I'd see you before I seen you here.
What?
I thought I'd see. Look here. I want. Oh, that's what I got. That's the only thing I got. So I didn't need this anyway because she already know who I am.
Yeah, true.
How you doing today, young
I'm
lady?
good. How are you?
Oh, thank
Were
the
you
Lord.
taking naps?
Thank the Lord, we're still here. No, I don't have to take no. This is interesting when I come in here.
It's interesting?
Yeah.
What's interesting
I
about
don't
it?
want to miss anything.
Oh, you're on the edge of your seat, huh? Oh, dang, Mr. Bates.
You're going to hear me talking anyway.
I know. I could hear. I started like, I can't hear the person in front of me because I hear Mr. Bates whispering.
I understand everything,
Okay.
but this officer,
Yep.
I had neck surgery, right?
Yeah,
So-
I remember.
So my wife, she go to Faith Family.
Yep.
Before I left in my truck to go to Faith Family,
Yeah.
my blinker was working.
Yeah.
I went and picked my wife up.
Uh-huh.
I come leaving church, turning at the light. I had my blinker on the inside. It was working.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this young sergeant stopped me and said my blinkers wasn't working. So we got into a little discussion, and Mr. Bates got kind of upset because, I know my lights was working.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So he pulled me over, and he told me I didn't have, which I knew I didn't have insurance. I hadn't got it yet because I've been out for 2 months with this.
yeah. Yeah.
And I was just picking my wife up from church.
Yeah.
So he got into a discussion with me, and I told him, I kind of went off.
Disagreed with his discussion.
I
Yeah.
disagreed with him, and one time they give me they didn't give me no ticket or anything, but they gave me a whatever you call that
A warning.
warning.
Okay.
And I talked to him about that, and me and him were discussing that, and then he, we went on down the road with the program, and, he wanted to outsmart me, and I just went on and told him, game he playing, you just can't play it with Mr. Bates because I ain't falling with it.
Yep.
And I let him know, that I said, if you gonna give me, if you give me, I got this many things wrong, and you gonna pick out the biggest ticket, won't you just give me a ticket for all of them?
Yeah.
He kind of ticked me off, and then he gonna turn around and he gonna take my truck.
Did he tow it?
He had my truck impound. And so I'm just saying today, that $225, shouldn't even have to pay
Yeah.
because my lights was working in my truck.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got a judge I can talk to because she understands me. I ain't gonna bite my tongue by telling him, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna bite my tongue about it. If you're wrong, you're wrong. It's something he could have just said, hey man, all right, you going on and just fix your life,
Yeah.
But he want to get into he got getting into the wrong discussion with the wrong person. I ain't got making excuses. I don't need no excuses.
Right.
You gonna if you was wrong, all you had to do was just say, hey man, the light blinking inside, but it wasn't. It was blinking when I left. But and I explained it to him.
Clip Clop, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, and it is almost Friday. Judge Boyd's going to tell us it's almost Friday at the very end of the video. That's the last line of the video tonight is at least it's Friday Eve. We're gonna end on a good one. But thank you, Clip Clop.
Yeah.
But he wanna play this little smiling game. I don't play games. You already know that.
Yes.
I
Well,
got to the point
it
with him,
sounds
and
like
I said-
that was.
And I told him, I said, man, you don't have to take my truck, man.
Mm-hmm.
I say, oh, you give me a warning or whatever, but I got to take it because you didn't have too many. Man, I'm talking about today. Today, you're doing something that it was uncalled for. I had to spend my last. That's all I had. All month I've been broke because I had to go spend $225 to get my truck for nonsense. I mean, I understand, they think it's a game, man, with people. It's not a game with me. All you have to do is be honest with me. Don't get me up. I don't like that. It deters me from where I'm going. I ain't got to go into
My internet just hiccuped a little bit. Hopefully it's still good. I just saw my screen went black and it came right back. Hopefully it didn't mess up on your guys then. Thank you, Jedi. I appreciate it.
Bates,
long
I have
discussion.
never known you. We've known each other a long time now, right? Like how long? Long time.
Woo, I don't know.
But I have never known you to be upset.
No, but that one man made
But
me.
he touched a nerve, huh?
He like old Jed say, he chopped my hide, man.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
It
sounds like it.
And
So I understand.
I never, I never go, I've always keep a smile.
I know.
And I respect people, but respect is given.
Yeah.
It ain't earned. It ain't given. So how
Yeah.
can you get respect from me when you're not going to respect from me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I respect you. Respect me, I ain't gonna give you no respect if you don't respect me. You ain't gonna just walk on me because you got that badge. I don't care nothing about that badge. That badge it's a bad thing for some people to have.
Yeah, yeah.
Authority. I know how you do things. You want to do this, you want to do that. Jump up here, jump up here, and jump up here. I just want people to be honest.
Yeah, I get it.
That's what I live for. I live for, you be honest, and it makes me happy. But when you do stuff, I don't care about the ticket nor the money.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
And integrity. That
Mm-hmm.
means a lot.
Yeah.
But these youngsters, man,
What is a youngster to you, Mr. Bates? What age? Be careful now.
a youngster to me,
Uh-huh.
any of them that don't have respect.
No, I want an age bracket. Give me an age bracket, Mr. Bates.
I call everybody youngsters.
No, don't be trying to squirrel out of it
Look
now.
here, look here, I'm 68 years old.
So what's a
And you know
youngster?
what, them elders, and oh boy, they love it though.
Uh-huh.
Hey, young man, how you doing?
Uh-huh.
they love it, but that's just being respectful,
No, I get it. I get
Because
it.
I know that you want your man or lady once, but a baby twice.
Yeah.
You're born, you're young man. Then you get old, you only old time, and then after that, you go start going back down where you can't run like you used to, you can't walk. You know what I mean? But your integrity means a lot to me.
Understand when people that sounds like a pretty frustrating situation out there. I don't know because I wouldn't.
Mr. Bates, here's the deal. Mr. Bates. Tharina, thank you so much for the super chat. I found some too. Hold on, I just hit a button. You can ask, but I may not tell. Thank you, Tharina. I appreciate it. Sir Philip, time for another coffee. I'll take one. Can I have one? Thank you, Philip. Appreciate it.
Out there, but I have certainly, sometimes I know this may sound strange to you, but sometimes people come in here and I get a little, People don't always act and aren't as friendly and aren't as, they get real annoyed with me and, all of those things. And so we can start out on the wrong foot. You know what I mean? So I know how that happens. But what I'm going to do.
We're going to resolve it, me and you. I'm not worried about where you deserve it, I accept it. But I'm just saying, it's not about you. It's about the way
I understand.
he carried.
Is my internet having issues? Am I coming through okay? I don't like this. My little internet meter keeps going up and down. It hasn't stopped since I've started. I don't know what's going on. It's not completely shutting down. It just keeps going up and down. Anyways, Phil, thank you so much for the super chat. Couch Cushion Fund. Love it. Thank you, Phil. All right. Well, let's keep going. Let's get through this clip and then let's see if it's better.
Yes.
When I come in here, if whatever you say to me, I'm fine with it.
No, but I want you to know that I hear you. I understand you. It is not the first time I've heard that, and I apologize that turned into such a frustrating situation.
It didn't have to be.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be.
Yeah.
But I felt like he was just putting on a show.
Yeah.
And I ain't got time for your games, man. Just honesty. That's all I was looking for.
Yeah.
Be honest. I'm being honest with you. You want me to be honest with you, but you wanna just say, hey, I'm gonna do this man any kind of way. No, you're not gonna do me any kind of way, and I'm gonna stand my ground.
Yeah. So, Mr. Bates, I got to move on because I do have to help.
Girl, we'll talk next week sometime.
So here's my question. I know you're always over there helping because you're all over the community helping out. Will you continue to do that?
What?
Just community service out there like you always do?
Always do, everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And will you do any, you don't forget, I've never seen you at Keep Victoria Beautiful, but if you come to that, you and I we can talk all the day.
You to run around here so you can chat.
Yeah.
You won't chat with me. Yeah, I know you.
No, that way we can chat and then not
Yeah.
everybody's waiting on us, right?
When do I have to do some of that?
Just whenever. I'm gonna keep it off of your record. Okay, so 90 days. Okay, 90 days you have to do the community service. Does that sound like a
90
plan?
days? How many times a week?
Well, so 90 days, I'll tell you.
I'm gonna have to do it every day for 90 days?
No, you're gonna turn in 24 hours total. You can do it in 24 hours in 90 days? You've turned in
As long as I'm not asleep.
24 hours. You just do that. You got the full 90 days to do, 24 hours.
Okay, how many days you work out of a month? How many days do they have, what you call it? What is you talking about? Community service.
Mm-hmm.
How many days out of a month do y'all run around run around Victoria? Cleaning up.
Oh, Victoria, yeah, Keep Victoria Beautiful, yeah. We usually have something scheduled like every quarter. They have, I don't know when the next one is. Let me look on my calendar, see what I have. But you call the court, they'll tell you when it is. But there's other ones too, like I'll see you at Christ Kitchen.
Yeah, but I don't go to Christ. I don't go to Christ Kitchen because of what they did to my wife.
Okay. Or what about the food bank? Where'd you do your community service before? I know you turned in a ton of community service.
I don't know. It's been so long.
I don't know.
I just do.
Or at your church where you're talking to the young men.
Okay. Yeah, I go to Central Church of Christ.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine.
I can still do it there. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter because there's always something to do there.
Yep.
Like on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursday, Friday, that we always, after Bible study, doing some cleaning up and stuff. So.
Yep. It's perfect. I'll see you.
Okay. But I'm going to save one day for last now for the
Okay.
2.
Great. Just sign on the pen pad. We'll print everything for you, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Destiny Rodriguez.
Whenever I unpause it, my internet drops. It just StreamYard doesn't like it when I'm talking tonight, apparently. Sorry, not every time I unpause it. Every time I pause it and unmute. I don't know what's going on. We'll just keep the clips playing. Hopefully, I don't know what's going on, guys. We're gonna have a good night though. Let's go. Where are we going next? Judge Dad, I think.
And then either way, you'll come back in front of me. Yanessa Pulkinen, 25G306495. Your name, ma'am?
Yanessa Pulkinen.
So you met with the department rep and you guys couldn't work this out, huh?
Well, no, I was trying, one of the things I was trying to tell her, tell the gentleman, the ticket, I needed to talk to you. One, when this whole thing happened, sir, I'm a disabled vet, and I drive based on the signs I see. The only sign I saw was a speed limit sign of 30. And at the time, I was getting ready to hit my brake because I noticed my speed was just starting to go above 35. So I went to slow myself down, and then the cop light came on. And even my daughter's like, why is a cop pulling you over? You're not speeding.
He thinks you were going 36 and a 25. Let me stop you here a second. They're offering you impeding traffic. If you don't want to plead to, I mean, it sounds like, it looks like they would offer you impeding traffic. If you
What's that mean?
Okay, hang on. I shouldn't say they've offered it, but it certainly looks like you qualify for it. If you pled responsible to impeding traffic, it's a 0-point violation, and it won't go on your record, and I'm going to simply fine you. If you don't believe you were speeding, by all means fight it, but if I find that you did, he thinks you were going 36 and a 25, which actually would be worse than that. It'd be a 3-point violation. Then, but he only charged you with 5 over in fairness, so that would just be 1 point. So that's fine. If you want to have a hearing, says you want an informal, no problem. But if I decide after listening to the officer and listening to you that you were driving 5 miles per hour over the speed limit, I'm going to find you responsible.
Okay, well, the one thing I'm trying to figure out is I never saw a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit sign. I even contacted the county and told them they needed to cut down grass because I even showed my daughter saw signs that you couldn't even see because the grass was covering traffic signs.
I don't need you to plead to this. You don't need to plead responsible to anything. I just want you to know, it wouldn't be fair if I just listened to their side of the story and made a determination, right? And it's not going to be fair for me to just listen to your side of the story and make a determination. So if you want an informal hearing, I'm going to set it for informal hearing. You live in the Flint area. I'll be glad to let you appear by Zoom. And you can tell me your story, but I just want you to understand, if I don't agree with you, you're going to get a point. And that's just the way it is. You don't get to have the best of both worlds. You can't say, well, I want a hearing. If I win, great. If I lose, I want impeding. So it's up to you.
If I take the impeding, then I would have to pay 160. And the problem is I'm not even being able to pay my consumers. I'm 2 months behind. OSLA pays my rent because I can't pay my rent.
Big N, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. I appreciate it. Welcome to all the raiders. Thank you for coming by. Like I said, I appreciate it. And we're just court hopping tonight. We're about halfway through this clip. I don't know what her deal is. She likes to whine a little bit. But that's where we're at. Judge McNally, also known as Judge Dad. Let's keep it rolling.
get $144 in food stamps. I barely can even take food. I literally go without food because I only get $144 a month in food. I literally park my car most of the time because I can't afford gas unless I get gas money from my church. You know, I basically by
Ma'am.
the end of the month, my bank
Ma'am.
account's in the negative.
Ma'am,
So I don't know what to do.
well, do what you think is the right thing.
That's why I drive at or just a few miles over the speed limit signs and have people zooming around me.
Yeah, I know, it does happen, doesn't it? Well, I don't know what, ma'am, I can't address any of these issues right now. They're beyond
Even my daughter didn't see a school zone sign. That's what I was trying to tell the officer, and he seemed to treat me rudely and say, well, you need to be more observant. And as I drove, I saw all these signs with grass.
Ma'am, I'm trying to be patient with you. I'm not trying to do anything that
I'm
hurts.
sorry, it's my Tourette syndrome. I tend to repeat myself. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Just relax. You're fine. I didn't hear you. I didn't see anything that leads me to believe you had Tourette's syndrome, and I'm sorry if you do. But
I do. I take medicine for
it's
it.
all right. It's all right. It's okay. I just want you to do what's right for you. So if you want me to call them in here and say, hey, will you offer impeding? I'm sure I can get them to do that. You got a clean record. If you don't, if you want to go to an informal hearing, I'll set it for an informal hearing. It's up to you. I just can't make these decisions for you, and I can't do anything other than what I just told you right now, ma'am. It's really that simple. You can do one of the two things. You can either say, Judge, call them in.
What's the if I take the impeding, then I
It's
have
not
to
going
pay
on your record, and your insurance rates aren't gonna go up. That's what we don't want to have happen. Right?
And if I fight it, then I could end up with insurance rates going up.
Yeah, you've already admitted to it though. You admitted to speeding and I don't know in a school zone. Take the deal. That's the best option you got. They're not going to dismiss it. I know that's what you want. They're not going to.
So I don't know what to tell you.
Let's take the impeding.
Call in the department rep, will you, Walter? Just bear with me a minute. I'm gonna call the department rep in here and speak to him.
I definitely don't want the insurance going up.
Just relax. Just take a deep breath and relax.
Another squid. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Welcome to the 5 new members. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. This is nothing. I have a lot worse than these things happen every day.
Oh.
Your name. Your name.
Sparkle. I don't know how I missed your super chat. I apologize. But thank you for the super chat. And was it Dadgummit? Dadgummit. That's a Sparkle Poo word. That's a Sparkle Poots word if I ever heard one. Hog tying at Bacon's again, late fee included. Thank you, I appreciate it. And also, Sparkle, thank you for holding down the fort with Jedi last night. That was awesome of you. Thank you.
Gary Robinson for also impeding.
I think she wants to take the impeding. She's got a good record.
Oh, okay.
You gonna offer that?
Okay, perfect.
Yes,
sir.
Can you just change that on your form here for me, please? All right, ma'am, you want to plead to impeding?
Yeah.
To the charging, do you understand everything?
I think so. Impeding means nothing on my record. And I mean, is there any way you can
We're gonna take
No.
one thing at a time. Is that what you want to do, is plead to impede?
Yeah,
To the charge impeding traffic, do you plead responsible or not responsible? How do you plead to that charge of impeding traffic, ma'am? Responsible or not responsible?
I guess I gotta,
We don't have to do anything in this world but die and pay taxes. That's all we gotta do. We don't have to do anything else. We don't have to do one other thing else. We're gonna die and we have to pay taxes. I don't know anything else that we have to do.
I don't like saying responsible because,
Then
but
don't. Then have the hearing.
no, because I can't afford having my insurance go up. And if I do the hearing, then I could have my insurance go up. So I'll plead responsible. Can I just ask a question?
To impeding traffic, you plead responsible, ma'am?
Yes.
I'll accept your plea. What's your question?
Is there any way, based on my circumstances, that you could, bring the charges down any?
I can do
Not
that.
the charges,
I don't think they're gonna fire me or take me off the bench if
amount.
I don't think they're gonna fire me or take me off the bench if I give you a break on your fines. Tell me something. You get $144 in food stamps, right?
Right,
You get Social Security, right?
yes.
How much? How much do you receive in Social Security monthly, ma'am?
I get 1,400.
Okay. Do you have any pensions or anything else?
No, that's all I get. And then I'm on Medicaid.
All right. Are you married or single?
I'm single.
Okay.
And I have 2 kids.
Look, I'll make it $100 and I'll let you pay $20 each month.
God bless you.
I need the blessings. I hope God's gonna bless me, beginning August the 7th, okay? Now,
Okay.
listen to me. If you don't have the money, no problem, call the court. You and I will go on Zoom on or before the due date. I'll be glad to give you an extension, all right?
All right. Thank you.
I wish you well. Good luck. Stay positive. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job, Your Honor.
Thank you. Aria Marie Gans.
All right, moving on. That one dragged out too. Both of the first 2 clips, just I should have cut them off after about 6 minutes. You got the point of what was going on. All right. I think I have one more super chat to catch up on. Madam, good to see you. You had me worried last night. Glad to see you. Thank you. I'm sorry I worried you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay, let's go. I don't know what we have next, guys. Oh, yeah, this one's fun. This one's good.
This is not good news for you. Come on up. You tested positive for marijuana. What are the bonds in these cases? All right. In 23 CR 905 and 907, ma'am, as you know, you are charged with the state jail felonies of forgery and fraudulent use of identifying information. And these are state jail felonies which carry with it up to 2.
I gave a short explanation at the start. I don't really want to talk about it. I had a bad night. I forgot to cancel the stream. Jedi and Sparkle Poots took over. I don't really want to go into details about it. So yeah, just had a bad night. That's all.
2 years in the state jail on each case. On your bonds, the first bond condition is do not commit a crime. That's the first bond condition of everybody's conditions on bond. You have tested positive for THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, marijuana. You have marijuana in your system. Thus, that is a crime of illegal possession of drugs. Her bonds are what? They are revoked. Now they are doubled to $20,000 each. Plus, you must have a drug patch as a condition of bond, so that we will be testing you constantly to make sure that you don't fall on the bad side and continue to make mistakes here. You're looking at up to 4 years in confinement on these two cases. You've got to deal with these responsibly. And this is not responsible behavior by failing to follow your bond conditions. And most certainly, you have to avoid drugs. That's crazy. We will tell Mr. Dusler.
Craig, member for 12 months. Thank you so much. 1 year. Thank you so much, Craig. I appreciate it. And yeah, thank you and congratulations. I don't know. But I do appreciate it. Thanks, Craig. Uncle Dan. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Uncle Dan. I'm at a loss for words right now. I really am. So we're just going to keep on going with the clip.
About this, I want this set here. Can you, we have a docket tomorrow? Is that correct or not? Yeah. All right. I'm going to add it tomorrow because I'm looking at these cases and the circumstances, and she admits to the crime.
There's supposed to be an affidavit because the situation was.
There were two co-defendants. One of them admitted it, and then at the last minute said that it was her idea.
Trying to look
I spoke to Milton on February 10th. I spoke.
She was the one.
Yeah, no. This isn't a debate. I'm going to read to you what the problem.
Thing was on a paper, but I'm telling you,
you're going to interrupt me?
No, I'm not.
You're taken into custody. You're going to interrupt me? That's not the way to handle it responsibly. That's not the way. This isn't a debate. This. Hold on. The probable cause affidavit signed by the officer states he spoke with you on February 10th. You provided a voluntary statement saying you're the one that picked up the identification cards outside of the gym and had the check in your possession. When confronted with the fact that the driver, the other person, confessed to signing the check, you told the policeman, told the officer, the driver only did that to protect you. So you admitted, you confessed to this crime. Now the other one did too, but you were insisting she was wrong. She was covering for you. That's your fault. So that's what you're stuck with. That doesn't look good. But there's a responsible way to handle this. Everybody makes mistakes who are in this room, who come in. Just fix the mistake properly. Be responsible. There are proper ways of handling it. And number one is work with your attorney. But number two is don't commit crimes while you're on bond. Don't ever commit a crime. But being around drugs, even if you're around them, you need to run. If it's marijuana, you know what it smells like, you run away. Because you are required, you can be tested at any time under the eyes, all people on the bonds. Why you'd even get around it in the situation you're in is flirting with trouble. But we're going to put you back on the docket tomorrow to bring you up and see if get Mr. Dusler up here to talk to you about how this might be something that can be disposed of in your best interests. Okay, that's what we want to do. But you got to be honest and follow the rules. And those are the same things I got to do. And that's the way you fix a mistake. Everybody makes a mistake. Me, you, we all do. It's how you deal with it. That's really the test of your character. Are you a good person? Then deal with it responsibly. Fix this. This is fixable. And that's why I'm bringing this thing back up tomorrow that it might be able to get fixed tomorrow. Now, do you have private stuff that you need to get to your family or something? Because you're under arrest until you can post this bond and get a drug charge. And that's why it's going to probably not be tomorrow. That's why we're going to bring you back tomorrow. Yes, ma'am. Yes, oh, yeah. I'm not letting you out when you have drugs in your system. I'm not letting you walk out of here.
Well, no.
You get work, the bailiffs are good people. They'll take care of all of that with you. But you're stuck here.
So
You've got to act more responsibly.
So tomorrow, then you guys.
We're going to bring you back tomorrow morning and hopefully try to resolve this. Thank you.
All right. I'll watch tomorrow morning and see what happens. I don't think she's going anywhere. I don't think he raised her bond from $10,000 to $20,000. So yeah, you're not getting out tomorrow unless you have more money. Anyways, we're gonna move on to a good one. This is do you guys remember the computer science major that was calling a phishing attack a phishing attack? I called him a soft sit at the time, just because he was doing too much for a debt case. He was back in court today. Same antics. Let's go. I don't really have to say anything else. This guy's a trip though.
Let me see here. I've got some preliminary hearings, and then I'm going to take up the docket. So I have Capital One versus Amber Teal.
Amber Teal is probably the attorney with the Moss Law Firm. Would it be Capital One versus?
Capital One versus Joshua R. Jones.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I approach?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Okay. Your Honor, this is all right. We're here on a hearing on a compliance for discovery.
All right, you got to look at he brought a basket with him, right? He's not an attorney. He brought a basket. Watch him take over this desk. This is ridiculous, and this isn't a trial. This is just a preliminary hearing. I think they have a jury trial set. This is crazy.
All right.
And Judge.
So let's see, who's the movement? Who's the movement? All right.
So, I mean, I am the defendant, but before this goes into any direction, I have a statement to read before the court that involves a jury trial that I've already paid for.
All right. Well, okay. So
I just don't want any any kind of evidence across the board, because I know that automatically takes my jury trial right away. I don't want that to happen. So I want to make sure that.
I don't understand what you're telling me.
Oh, okay.
All right. We're here because where you were seeking discovery. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yes.
All right. So have you provided?
I don't think there's anything on the computer screens that that we need to look at. I'm trying to make it so you can see a little bit better.
Provided, or are you ready to provide any discovery? And if not, tell the court why not. Where are we at?
Sure. Yes, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, discovery was ordered in this case on May the 7th of 2025. Plaintiff filed its certificate of written discovery with the court and served all of those documents on defendant on May the 29th of 2025. Your Honor, what we have provided is the court has.
Yeah, you do, peeps. In civil cases, you do. If you want a jury trial for a debt case or a landlord-tenant case, you have to pay for it. In criminal cases, I don't know if there's a jury cost. I think the jury cost is added if you lose the jury trial in a criminal case, but for civil cases, you have to.
Is ordered, and I have a copy of that in the file, Your Honor. It's dated May the 7th of 2025. The court ordered that the plaintiff respond to interrogatories number 3, 6, and 7, and also respond to requests for production of documents number 2. Your Honor, we have responded to interrogatory number 3. I see an interrogatory number 6. There was a request for production number 6. There, number 7 as well, we have responded to. Your Honor, essentially, without going into a lot of detail, what I'm going to do today is I brought extra copies. What this represents, Your Honor, is this represents periodic billing statements for the entire history of the account, the online application to open up the account, the consumer agreement, correspondence from plaintiff to defendant, correspondence from Moss Law Firm to the defendant, the business records affidavit with the attached account statements, and correspondence from the defendant's debt management company that was sent to our client. This represents about 327 pages of account documents. Your Honor, I would going to provide it.
Okay, all right, so.
And I did bring an extra copy for the court. Your Honor, this is just to demonstrate that we have complied with all the, actually far more discovery has been provided than what was requested.
It sounds all beautiful and it's all wrapped up in a nice, beautiful present. However, the document that they're actually providing me here, I brought it up in the actual last court trial. Before this even took place, they actually, I guess they filed on.
Yeah, you do. You also have to demand a jury trial. I think maybe not at the first appearance, maybe the second one you have to let them know. But it might be the first appearance. You have to say you want a jury trial and then you have to pay for it. Yes.
December 4th of last year. During that, they sent me this kind of like intimidating file. That intimidating file, which is also pretty much the same exact file of that is.
All right, hold on a minute. What I want to know is, had he made a discovery request?
I did. And
hold on. I'm asking him.
Your Honor, yes, Your Honor. The Judge Garcia ordered discovery on May the 7th, last month. And on that order, it ordered us to respond to interrogatories number 3, 6, and 7, and to produce documents according to number 2. And the 327 pages of account records that I've provided defendant today was also provided to the defendant on May the 29th.
He can't fit any more in his crate. So yeah, a new file is like, no, I can't do 2 crates, just 1 crate. I'm only 1 person. He still has stuff in his crate. He's not even reading it. I don't know why he's taking it all out.
Of 2025, essentially,
Okay.
Judge, it's
I'll give you an opportunity. All right, so you've
document.
To your belief, you've complied with the discovery requests that were ordered.
Absolutely.
All right, now.
Okay, in the last court, I believe the judge also said that this court is, I think it's recorded as well. No, it's not recorded. Oh, it's not? Dang. So realistically, in the last court, the judge did say specifically, I don't know if it's documented on black and white, or you need to find something concrete that ties me. So everything here, they're pretty much like, hey, this is what our contract says. Hey, this is files, these are charges. But the judge specifically asked, it wasn't this gentleman, it was another one, provided that this gentleman actually agreed to those statements. So what I was getting at, Your Honor, at the very beginning of it, because I don't want any.
Hold on. Agree to what statements?
They're providing, so.
Right. Okay, well, that's up to the finder of.
I filed for a jury and paid the fee, Your Honor,
Okay.
on March 3rd, and I would like that to be honored before any trial goes. Too much evidence gets put here.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm not hearing any evidence at all, so this is not your trial.
Okay, making sure.
Oh, well, no, well, I'm, okay, all right. This is not you're not here for the trial. You have requested, you are gonna get your jury. You're gonna get your day in court. This is preliminary matters, all right? There were some discovery requests. There was discovery that's ordered. You've been given the discovery. If what you're seeking is some communication between the plaintiff and you with respect to the matters at hand, there may be, may not be. All right? That's up to the plaintiff to put that on in their case in chief before the 6 people there. And you'll have a right to cross-examine them with respect to what they say. So there may be, there may not be. It's just like in a criminal case in which someone's accused of murder of shooting somebody and they can't find the gun and there is no gun, they can't find the gun, does that mean that that criminal case goes out the window and it's dismissed? No.
There was RFAs also submitted to the actual plaintiff themselves, which they clearly objected when the case was put in discovery. That opens up Texas Civil Rules 190 to 215. And it states underneath those rules that they can't clearly object under boilerplate objections. They would have to have specific causes. And from my understanding, the last court was preliminary. So we're having 2 preliminaries before a trial?
Yes, that can occur. Yes, that's not improper. I've been practicing law for almost 50. I'm just telling you, I've been practicing law for 50 years. And many times there are hearings and pretrial hearing after pretrial hearing until all the discovery issues are resolved so that then you can go before the trier of fact. Right? So you will have your trial whenever the clerk says it. All right, but is there anything else missing that you requested that he did not give you?
Well,
Unfortunately, I've never seen a jury trial happen in this courtroom. I haven't. I've seen bench trials, but not jury trials. I don't think I'm going to be able to see it. If we could get lucky. If it does happen, I will absolutely bring it to you. But I don't really have too much faith in it.
the discovery order, it says to provide an address that provide the concrete evidence that ties into that address that the account originated from. That would be.
Okay, well, isn't it in those documents?
No, sir, it's not.
Well,
Because I never lived at that address, so any tying to it would.
Obviously some alleged statements were sent
Well, yeah, that's
to
why
an
I did all this
address.
paperwork to make sure that.
Yeah, Dan. I don't mean they don't have them in this courthouse. I mean they don't put them on YouTube. So therefore, I'm not going to be able to get it. That's what I meant.
That I would have my defending case, Your Honor, because I understand most people come in here and they don't really have grounds or black and white or evidence that prove their case. But I know that I didn't make these charges.
Well, that's up to that
contract with my name that agrees
that's
to
up
it.
to that's up to the trier of fact to make that decision. I mean, you've asked for a jury. You're going to have your jury. But as far as he is concerned, he believes he has complied with the terms of the discovery order, and so I think we're done with this hearing. When is the thing set for trial? When are you going to?
I do have 2.
San Antonio is at least the major city that this is close to. I don't know how close it is to it, but I know that they talk about San Antonio more than any other city.
Current motions that would need to be set before jury happens. That would be the motion to block late evidence and also.
Hold on.
Admitted.
I just asked her a question about when we're going to be set. Huh? Okay, she's going to look to see so we can kind of give you a date. Now you said you had some.
I have motions right now that I would like my RFAs to be deemed admitted. That's through the Texas, I believe it is Article 1 of subsection 15 of the Texas
What are you
Constitution.
asking to be deemed admitted?
RFAs, sir. It was in a state of discovery. I asked several specific questions regarding to the account.
Well, Your Honor, I would just object. We're not in trial. We're not before a jury.
What's
There's
RAF?
He's referring to requests for admissions, I believe, is what he's.
Okay, request for, okay.
And
All right.
we've submitted, we have submitted requests for admissions. There are objections to many of those requests.
Okay.
But those are according to the discovery rules. And so.
Okay, so request for admissions has been made and you have answered them. Okay, all right, so.
Underneath the actual TRCP, an answer has to be clearly yes or no. There cannot be an admission, it cannot be an objection.
Well, all right,
Well, that's what discovery.
That's to be resolved by the finder of fact in at the trial on the day of the trial. All right, what else?
I also have a motion to block late evidence since it was put in discovery. Discovery ended on the 6th of this month. So since we're going into trial, pretty much everything that they said they provided, they believe that he said he was good to go, that there should be a blockage of late evidence since I have a motion and therefore that.
Right.
Took place.
Well, what late evidence have you filed?
Your Honor,
I'm saying blockage of late evidence.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Oh,
Let me just tell you this.
He's talking. Do not, and I've told you earlier, right? Do not overspeak. You'll get your chance to talk. Be quiet, listen, wait for the judge to address you. You understand that?
I understand. I
Thank
will
you.
follow
I-
everything within my rights.
Thank
Yes, sir.
Your
Go
Honor,
ahead.
we've not filed any late evidence. We've provided today in discovery, I believe, every single document associated with
All
this
right,
account.
But
So,
let me ask you this.
yes, Your Honor.
And you provided that on May 29th.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so
The blockage of late evidence pretty much states that anything else coming forward through them, like, hey, no, now we have this. Hey, now we have this surprise. Because to be honest with you, like they have affidavits,
All right.
but in each one of their filing, it's a different person. So that being said, I would like.
well, all right, well, that's overruled at this time. That's something that the trial court is going to take up at the time of the trial. If there's any late evidence, that's up to, that's a discretionary call by the court. Right, what else?
Oh, okay. I guess I have to invoke certain articles through the jury window or whatever that window is called.
At the trial, that's when
Yes, sir.
you can do that. All right, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so there you are. Both of you are excused. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, I got the next one in here because the next one's just weird. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's weird, but I also wanted you to watch this guy put all of his papers away. We watched him take them all out, so we're gonna watch him put them back. You're welcome.
All right, TD Bank USA NA versus Ruth C. Garcia.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, where's TD Bank?
Present for plaintiff, Judge.
Who's here?
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Velasquez. Is this in?
Wixom, planning on it this past Tuesday, but both the jury trials for the soft sits, they didn't happen. So I'm probably going to be up there. What is it, like March 7th, I think, for the Eric Martin trial. I'm most likely going to go up for that. So we got about 2 weeks, and I'll be up in Taylor for that trial. I'm not going to miss that one for sure.
In 2111 or 2110, excuse me.
2110, yes, Mr. Velasquez. All right, what do we got? This is a hearing on a defendant's motion to dismiss.
But can I say something, Your Honor?
Well, hold on.
Oh.
Tell me, go ahead, tell me why we're here.
Oh, okay. I did request a motion, but I ended up reaching out on the June 11th and June 18th. I reached out to.
Did I say March? I meant July. Did I say March? Yeah. You guys knew what I meant, hopefully.
Javidich Block LLC by email, and I did request a settlement. I'm not, admitting to any debt or any, I'm not admitting to the debt. I just wanted to go ahead and request a settlement if they were open to that.
That's fine, Judge, but we can
right.
continue for 60 days.
You want to reset this for 60 days?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, can we send both of you to the chat and exchange information?
I will put it in the chat box if it's okay with you, Judge. I have other matters, but I'll give her my contact information and the firm's information so she could reach out at her convenience.
All right, so let me see. Ms. Garcia, you in agreement to reset this for 60 days?
Does that mean that they're not gonna want to settle?
No, it
No.
means that they're gonna reach out to you and try to work out a settlement
Okay.
agreement.
That's fine then. Yes.
That you can live with that?
Yes. Thank you.
If not, then
I would
we'll be back.
only know, Ms. Garcia, if you can reach out to the firm, because the firm has thousands of these cases. If if you can please reach out to the number I'm going to provide in the chat box
Okay.
and just try to work out a monthly repayment plan. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. The number.
Yeah, I'm not admitting to the debt at all, but I want to negotiate a settlement. And she filed a motion to dismiss this case. That's why they're in court. None of this makes sense. Yeah.
Numbers in the chat. Thanks.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
let's see.
Good morning, Your Honor. Vicky Cavazos.
All right, that was it. I don't know why I paused it at that point. I could have just let it finish. All right, well, I think we're moving on to the last clip. Last clip, we got Judge Boyd. We've got a guy with attitude who, He just brings the attitude. Yeah, just all of the attitude, all of it. I think I'll stick with this one.
Mr. Clapp, your attorney is out sick.
We'll stick with this
Okay,
one.
how you doing this morning?
Doing okay? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, but best that I can be, you know what I mean? I'm stuck
All
in
right,
jail.
okay, so
I
here,
got a couple of objections I'd like to make though about this indictment I got.
all right, so that needs to be done through your attorney.
Well, I mean, I haven't talked to the dude, I don't know where he's at. And
He's
so
sick.
But he's always sick, he's supposed to see me in the jail on.
All right,
like-
so let me talk to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so right now, you're coming at me at 100. My suggestion is you put it on 80.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so then that means lowering your voice.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
sorry. I mean, I talk loud. I'm talking too loud or something?
Yes, you're talking very loud, and usually people up here and whisper, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was a Marine. I'm used to talking loud. I want to get my point across. That's all.
Well, I mean, you don't have to, talk overly loud for me to hear you and get your point across.
I mean, I'm talking as low as I possibly can.
Okay.
Right here. That's-
I think dude looks good in the cowboy hat. I think it should be a requirement. If you're in Texas and you're in uniform in court, you gotta wear a white cowboy hat. I'm digging it.
All right, so what I'm telling you is your plea deadline date is today.
Okay.
Your attorney is ill, so your attorney cannot be here. Your attorney's not going to be here.
Stuff going on. That leaves me,
well-
because, I mean, really, I have some couple of objections because he hasn't done his job. He ain't come to see me. There's evidence that needs to be brought to light. Some concealment of information that has not been, stowed. When I read the reports, I seen that there was ambiguous natures that was also on the indictment that I was.
So I want you to hear me. So time out. This is the thing. I want you to hear me.
Yeah, I'm listening.
So all of the information that you're giving me right now, that you're saying the indictment is incorrect, it does no good to give you that, for you to give me that information now. You know why? Because your attorney is not here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this case for the week of July 7th. Your attorney will be here. And if your attorney is not here, then we'll address that issue as well. What date, Ms. Ferguson? All right, July 7th. All right, and this is what the other thing I want to tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what was happening between you and the deputy, but
Well,
no. In this courtroom, I require that everyone treat everybody with respect.
Yeah, he came at me foul though, so I'm.
No. Let me just tell you. Here's the thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is what I've discovered in my time on the planet, in my time in working in courts.
Here's the thing.
If you have a judge who is rude and disrespectful to people, then you know what ends up happening? Everybody on the staff, everybody in court thinks, oh, the judge is rude to people, so it's okay to be rude to people. I don't have people be rude to people. I'm not rude to anybody. So what I can tell you is the deputies, they're not my employees, but I know they're not rude to people. The staff, they're not my employees, but I know they're not rude to people. The people I'm in charge of hiring is the court coordinator and the court reporter. And guess what? They're not rude to people because I'm not rude to people, and I don't tolerate people to be rude to people. So here's the thing. When you are frustrated over something, that doesn't mean that you take your frustration out over every... Nope. You don't take your frustration out on other people, because guess what ends up happening? What ends up happening is everybody shuts down. Nobody's listening because you're coming at them in a certain way. Okay. So your attorney's not here. There's nothing I can do about your attorney not being here because your attorney is ill. What I can tell you is your attorney was here on April 25th. Your attorney was here on June 2nd. Your attorney is ill. It happens. I don't think he was standing outside saying, please let me get sick so I can't come to court. So we're going to bring you back on July 7th. On July 7th, your attorney will be here and you can discuss what issues you feel you have that are valid concerns or valid motions, and he will talk to you about that.
Okay, well, can I ask you a question? Because sure, the case has been dismissed, right? And they indicted me, and I've been asking him, when are you going to file a motion to suppress, do this and that? He hasn't done his point. He hasn't done his job. He's ineffective. I'm like, dude, can you do something about it? I'm going to come visit you. Doesn't come visit me. 183 days go by. Okay. I've already had a section 17 1.15 a violation where they didn't even give me, DA didn't give me no liberty on that. I'm on parole. So I wanted to go home at that time. I breed dogs and I can't have my liberty to be free at a time when I'm supposed to, because you didn't indict me. And then you indict me at 145 days later. And then my parole sets me have to be stuck in jail. I'm tired of being locked up. And then you dismiss the charge. There's the inadequacy of the charge. It doesn't make any sense. The charge is dismissed. Why do I got to stay in jail and have to put up with nonsense if the charge is already dismissed?
All right,
That's
so what I'm telling you is that your charges have not been
They're
dismissed.
using the charge in as the indictment. I understand that, yes.
Yeah, so your charges have not been dismissed. And this is the thing. I always tell people to listen.
Okay.
And what I told you was, it does no good for you to tell me about how you think your case should be dismissed because your attorney is not here. Now, if you just want me to listen to it, I will listen to it, but it does no good for me to listen to it because you have an attorney and your attorney is not here. Your attorney is ill. So we will bring you back on July 7th and we will hear that.
I understand that, but understand where I'm coming from. I'm objecting because I never even evaded arrest, and this is just a bunch of nonsense.
Okay, so let me ask you
It makes no
this.
sense.
Let me ask you this. Are you talking to me about your case?
The indictment and the case itself, I never evaded arrest at all. Okay, the problem was existing.
No. Here's my question. I want you to hear what I'm saying. Are you talking to me about your case?
My indictment and the case is involved with the indictment, of course.
All right, that's either yes or no. Is that what you?
Indeed, I am. Yes.
All right, so did I not say that it does no good for you to speak to me about your case because you have an attorney and that attorney needs to be here? Your attorney is ill, so we're bringing you back on July 7th. All right?
All right, but don't put your hand.
All right, so no. They're going to take you away, okay?
I'm getting my stuff. Don't put your hand in. You need to talk to this dude too. I don't take that from nobody, bro. Don't put your hands on me like that. Really? I don't give a damn. I know I'm coming back there.
Listen to what she says.
It's still Friday Eve.
It's still Friday Eve. It is. It is still Friday Eve. Cheshire Cat, thank you for the 13 months. I appreciate it. That is awesome. Thank you. That's it. That's all I got tonight, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Biggin, thanks again for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'm repeating myself. Thank you for the super chats, gifted memberships, membership milestones. You guys are awesome. Rest of your evening. I will see you guys tomorrow. Let's look for someone to raid. Who do we want to raid tonight? Something tells me it's going to be Lone Wolf. So I don't know who else would be streaming on a Thursday night. Come on. Screen's not. Yeah, my internet's. Something's wrong with my internet tonight. It is really slow. All right, finally to the right page. Who we got? Yeah, looks like KCC's at 9:15. I'm done now, though. KCC. All right, we'll go to Lone Wolf. KCC does start in 15 minutes, though. I just don't want to send you guys to a stream that's not playing. All right, you guys are awesome, and yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Go tell Lone Wolf I said hello, and that's it. Until next time, bye. And he says the cases that he's playing are going to be bangers, so you have that going for you. You don't need to tell him I said hi because he's right there. Okay, goodbye.
It's gonna be a great day.